At Uhuru Gardens Primary School in Lang'ata, Nairobi County, classes have already been set aside to pave way for the laboratory that will be used for integrated sciences, which is one of the requirements of the Ministry of Education for schools set to provide learning for 7th grade students.
Walikuwa wanaangalia madarasa kama tuko na ya kutosha, kama tuko na vyumba kwa mfano lab ambapo wanaweza kuweka vifaa vya sayansi.
Dorina Ogengo is the deputy head teacher at this institution. She says although the existing teachers have enough expertise, they are inadequate in meeting the expected demand as the school is ready to accommodate learners from other institutions.
Kuna walimu wameandikwa na serikali TSC na tunatarajia ya kwamba wataletwa hapa.
At the school we meet Yvonne Mudezi, who has brought her daughters to take a test in the hope of joining the 7th grade at the institution.
Walikuwa wanasoma Vihiga County. I wanted them to come near palinaishi, at least ni wa monitor because ni teenagers, unajua mambo ya teenagers.
Conflicting opinions have emerged among Kenyans about 7th grade students joining a different school or staying in the primary school they are currently in.
Serikali ingeruhusu hawa wanafunzi wajiunge na shule za upili.
Tukiambiwa waende kule, wazazi watakuwa na burden nyingine ya kwamba watoe school fees iko juu.
However, not all schools will be approved to provide 7th grade lessons, as the Director of Education in Mombasa, Peter Magiri, points out.
Schools that have an enrollment that is coming down or going down and maybe did not have a candidature of 45 is one of the schools that is not likely to be recommended.
Conditions have also been set for schools in order to get approval, including
I should find these students wearing different uniform.
As preparations continue in primary schools across the country to ensure swift transition into junior secondary school, the Ministry of Education is being tasked with ensuring that schools with physical space get adequately equipped and proper action is taken for schools lacking physical space.
And junior secondary school teachers in Isiolo have joined colleagues across the country in demanding autonomy and absorption of all JSS intern teachers under the Teachers Service Commission, TSC. The teachers raised concerns over conflicts of interest caused by a lack of clear guidelines on the management of JSS staff and resources, which are currently overseen by primary school head teachers. They lamented that placing JSS under primary school management contradicts career progression guidelines for secondary level educators.
In a secondary school are the learners that are in the middle age or in adolescent stage. When we combine them with the small children in grade 1 and grade 2, they lack self-identity.
We call for a defined, structured and administrative channel for junior school, a clear guideline on the composition of the board of management, parent association, and the roles of the principals, deputy principals, and the end of department. This will resolve the conflict of interest and delegate the responsibility.
Jumapili adhuhuri, jua linachoma utosini. Tunakaribishwa na mandhari haya katika shule ya msingi ya Imomba, eneo la Zombe, kaunti ya Kitui. Kwa umbali unaweza kudhani ni mahame, lakini unapokaribia unapata ni madarasa. Madarasa haya yanatumika na wanafunzi wa gredi ya kwanza, ya pili, 3 na 4, huku wanafunzi wengine wakisomea chini ya miti. Hili ni darasa la gredi ya kwanza katika shule ya msingi ya Imomba katika kaunti ya Kitui. Wanafunzi wa darasa hili wanaketi chini katika mazingira haya wanapomsikiza mwalimu akisomesha. Ni asubuhi na mapema siku ya Jumatatu. Wanafunzi wanakimbia shuleni kukata kiu ya masomo. Mmoja baada ya mwingine, wanafunzi wanaingia shuleni. Wakati wa masomo, wengine wanaingia katika majengo haya yaliyoharibika.
Naona ni shule yetu haina madarasa ya kutosha. Wenye watoto huwa wanasomea, wengine huwa wanasomea kwa miti, wengine wanasomea madarasa yenye yamebomoka. Sasa tuko na shida mingi.
Shule hii ina idadi ya wanafunzi 375 na wazazi wanasema walimu walioajiriwa na tume ya kuajiri walimu ya TSC ni 4 na hawatoshi.
Na walimu wale tuko nao hapa ni walimu 8 na 5 ni zizi wazazi tunawalipa.
Masaibu ya wanafunzi hawa hayaishii hapa.
Watoto wanafika hapa saa 1 hivi kwa sababu wanaogopa nini. Watu wanalisha ngamia ndio kuna shida.
Mkurugenzi wa elimu kaunti ya Kitui anasema serikali kuu imetimiza jukumu lake la kujenga darasa la gredi ya 9 na miundo misingi mingine inafaa kufanywa na hazina ya ustawishaji maeneo bunge CDF na wazazi.
Ni kweli pia kuna infrastructure challenge pale. Tunatumianga partners upande hiyo. Ministry ilifanya kiasi ile ilikuwa inaweza. Tumeregister shule na hata wanapata capitation ya junior secondary.
Matumaini ya wanafunzi hawa kupata elimu bora kwa sasa yanasalia mikononi mwa juhudi za wazazi, hazina ya ustawishaji maendeleo ya maeneo bunge na wizara ya elimu.
Kenya's education system is going through a transition.
Tumefanya mambo kadhaa to make sure that education is truly universal and truly accessible.
No student is going to be left to be out of school because of resources.
The government will continue financing education through capitation.
But parents, teachers, trade unions and other stakeholders are seeking clarity.
Nikienda student finance, they are saying that their money is not there.
Sema pengine watatuma walimu wawili watatu.
They are doubting if they are going to use the new rationalized books or the old ones.
And now, starting Tuesday the 2nd of September, education is on the agenda as Citizen TV in conjunction with the Ministry of Education presents Elimu Mashinani, a discussion on the competence-based education CBE system, live from 7:30 p.m. to 9 p.m. on Citizen TV.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Dishon Jobu. I am the director NASISI Kenya. For those who are new in this platform, karibuni sana. NASISI Kenya basically deals with theater performances, theater arts in general, but majoring in live setbook performances for both senior schools and junior schools. Today I would like to address some few issues which have really touched my heart, and this goes directly to His Excellency Dr. William Samoei Ruto, the President of Kenya, and the Ministry of Education as a whole. I have come across a topic today on Citizen TV about Elimu Mashinani, and I have heard parents complaining about the new curriculum that has been introduced for the CBC, that is junior secondary schools. They are saying that it is so hard even to get the new set books that the government or the Ministry of Education is introducing currently. Because if you look at the CBC curriculum, it is not the same as high school or the senior school curriculum. They are introducing new set books, and they are too many because they are readers, not like the senior schools that is has compulsory books. Now they are complaining that it is so hard for them to get these new set books in the bookshops because there are too many and they are hard to obtain. Now I would like to speak on my part as a theater art veteran. Now, the government of Kenya has not yet recognized the efforts that theater arts or the set book performers or teachers, I would rather say, because they are teachers who teach teachers. It is not yet recognized by the Ministry of Education and the Kenyan government as a whole. Allow me to speak in both English and Swahili ndio wote tuweze kupatana so that we can understand each other very well. Kwa wale wako mashinani na kwa wale wako mjini. Now, today's topic has triggered a lot of complaints even to parents. Kwa wale wako kule ndani mashinani, wenye ambao elimu bado inakuwa ni kikwazo sana kwao na kuweza kuwafikia. Now, I would like to address on generally on what I do. Mimi kama an actor and a veteran. I will say that the government of Kenya has not yet recognized the efforts made by theater arts personnel. This is because we are doing a lot of work even the teachers cannot do. Kama mwalimu ameshindwa kufunza kitabu fulani darasani, now he or she expects us to get more knowledge on it and to stage it practically than them teaching theory in classes. Now, I have seen parents complaining about elimu mashinani, saying that the new curriculum that has been introduced for the junior secondary school is really hard for them to attain. That is the new readers books. Kuna mzazi nimeona akisema kwamba kupata hicho kitabu kule kwenye bookshop inakuwa ni vigumu sana, sababu hizi vitabu zimekuwa mingi. They have been introduced, a lot of them, and some of them are very limited to find. And when you find them, it becomes so hard because wanauza kwa bei ya juu because they are very rare to obtain them. Now, this gets back to us as theater artists personnels. If only the government of Kenya will recognize the kind of work that we are doing, and also encourage the schools to watch the performances practically rather than in theory, it will even be very easy for the students to get it or to understand the books better. I will say that even in high schools, we also have those students that hawataona wakifunzwa darasani, lakini wakiona kwa urahisi na kuwa virahisi kukumbuka hizi vitabu vikija pale kwenye mtihani. Now, my problem is we have been trying to get into the communication with the Ministry of Education, CS. Sitamtaja jina for some vitu za hapa na pale. I hope you understand. Now, the problem is that this theater industry has been sidelined, and if you look at the employment that they are creating employments for those that cannot get chances to showcase their talents on screens. They have created job opportunities for those who are graduating in campus and also have no jobs, you know, to go to. It is also empowering youths, changing lives because if we give back to the community, kuna wale ambao wanaona na hii kitu kumbe ni mzuri, we can also invest ourselves in. Na hapo ndio unapata kuna kijana pale ameweza kujirealize, ameweza kuona drugs, he can put aside drugs na anaweza focus na talanta yake, sababu hatuangalii kiwango cha elimu, tunaangalia talanta yako imekufikisha wapi. You get my point? Now, the Ministry of Education has been sidelining this set book or theater arts industry as a whole for several years now. Tangu COVID-19 ianze till now, we have not had an official letter to perform in high schools or junior schools or to participate in live performances. Now, concerning the topic that I have seen on series and TV, that clearly indicates how much big role we play in our community. It is high time now that the government of Kenya recognizes the efforts made by theater arts industries or personnels. It is creating jobs for the youths, because if you look at the maximum number of youths employed, they are between 18 to 28 years or 30 years maximum. Now that tells you in theater arts, there are more opportunities that are being created, but the government of Kenya has not yet recognized what we are doing. Now, I will urge Kenyans to push this video to get to the Ministry of Education, CS, and if possible, let it reach to His Excellency Dr. William Samoei Ruto. Let the Kenyans know the efforts that we are doing in schools. Hii sio kwa sababu yetu sisi, ni kwa sababu ya the community. Ni kwa sababu ya yule mtoto ambaye akisoma theory it becomes very hard for him to understand, but akiona practically now it becomes easier for him. It also makes these young men and women that are still in school to recognize themselves earlier. If at all I will do a character, maybe imitating the president of Kenya, and a student is there admiring what I am doing, he will work so hard to bring himself to attain the set target to be a better person in future. Wanasema usanii ni kioo cha jamii, na si uongo, manake wale watu wengi hata ukiangalia kwa all those uploads that I have made, there are some teachers that keep on calling me, asking me for the whole version of the books. That is because hawana understanding. They are trying to read but they have no deep understanding about these books. So wanaangoja sisi kama theater arts personnel to give them more knowledge how to teach these books. Now all the protocols observed and the Kenyan community as a whole, I would like us to push this video and to get more viewers and to share so that it can get to those who are in charge of our education, because it will make it more easier. Kama kuna zile shule ambazo haziwezi kufika huku mjini ama kufika kiwango cha kuweza kuzichukua zile vitabu, we can perform those books at a cheaper price, and trust you me, ikikuja pale kwa mtihani it will be very easier kwa huyo mwanafunzi kukumbuka. We have like His Excellency Jalango, Eric Omondi, those are people that pass through Setbook live performances, and now they are better people. I am also a good example of what Setbook industry can do, because Setbook industry is a class that offers life realities. So wakati ule kijana anakuja pale kuigiza, anakuja anapata there is a story created for the same age bracket. Maisha yake yanaharibika, maybe through drugs, maybe through some things I don't want to mention here, you know, some influences, misleading, you know, all those kind of things. Na the end product kwa pale kwa script inakuja inaonekana alipoteza maisha yake. So that creates awareness to these young people who we are employing and to those who we are performing for them to become better people in future. So it is high time for the government of Kenya to recognize theater arts industry. We are doing a lot of work, but we are being sidelined when it comes to matters concerning education. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I hope to see you some other time. Keep watching and stay tuned.